Moments with RUC and OBG.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ikelua Lazarus, aka the RUC. You're welcome to today's show's Moment with the RUC and OBG. OBG.
Morning, sir. Morning, General.
Yes, and today, OBG, we have a fantabulous and a special guest, OBG.
Of course.
Another person.
Very crank officer.
Yes.
Very crank officer. When you see her on white bed, you know what is coming.
Yes. No other person but Officer Oladipo Rebecca. Thank you for coming to today's show.
Morning. I'm out of school.
It's morning, man, right now, OBG.
Yes, morning, man.
Thank you very much. Our viewers, this is our Officer Oladipo Rebecca. Officer, you have the floor. Let them know you. Let them meet you again and again.
One-time Provost smasher.
Maritime Academy of Nigeria.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Oladipo Rebecca, just like they said.
Yeah.
And, I am in the maritime sector for now.
Yeah.
And I work with Didan and Associates Consulting.
Wow.
We are into maritime security consultancy.
Wow.
Yes, and we also have a training institute also. So we consult for maritime agencies, that's parastatals and other private security companies.
Wow.
So that's what we do.
That's man. Yeah. Saying you are in the maritime industry for now. Is there?
What
plan to retire?
What got my attention? She said, she was a police, and now she's into maritime security.
That is it's consolidated. Wow, that's good.
Yes, thank you one more time for honoring our invitation, because we know how tough, how busy Lagos is. Yes. And today you're supposed to be resting, or you just take out time.
Your voice.
Come support your voice. Back then in school. Yes, Life After Academy Officer Oladipo, how has it been?
The journey
so far, yes.
Oh well, Life After Academy, the good thing about Academy is things are swift. So immediately after Academy, it was youth service. So after youth service, one or two things before I got my job in 2018, and it's been on the job since until now.
Wow, that's lovely. So this height you've attained, can we attribute it to some of the discipline and can we say it's also a factor that has really helped you this far, as per timekeeping, consciousness, doing the right thing? Has it in one way or another helped you?
Yes, it has greatly, because if it's spontaneity, I actually learned that. Academy taught me that, and to be able to achieve things at a fast pace, because of course you cannot sleep on duty.
That's the police talking.
You cannot sleep on duty, so you're always thinking of how to. Lagos factor also came in. Everybody's on the hustle in Lagos, so you cannot just slack and say, "Oh, let me rest today." There are no rest days actually. When you need to achieve some things, you just do them without actually. Let me leave it till tomorrow. Procrastination is not allowed.
It's not allowed. Police then. You never allowed us to rest. Every time,
Procrastination is not allowed. Just do your best to achieve what you want to do with the time you have on your hands. And Academy, everything is in between itself. So you cannot say I have 5 minutes break, because your 5 minutes break can be job for you. So it means that every time you have is actually very important.
Very important.
So you use it.
Use it very well. Is that to read or do something or watch or something? You can't just be idle.
Yeah. So I brought that into the
business
maritime world, the sector, and it's for me to on the hustle just try and achieve something as they're going. So by the time you get up there, you look back and see where you're coming from. And so I think Academy has been a good influence on me as far as that, because when you're awake by 4 a.m. trying to meet up parade down by 6 a.m.
Exactly.
So you're already thinking of what you're going to do ahead. Previous night you already have your shoes polished, your uniform ironed. So that the moment is the pipe for mustering. you're on your way to the parade ground, so there's no time to start looking for your socks here or looking for
and you have to plan
exactly.
For like 3 days, you know what you're doing for like next 3 days.
Exactly. So you're not caught unaware.
You're always proactive.
Exactly, and you have planned everything out, so you're not caught off guard. Like, oh, I was supposed to. No, there's no supposed to.
There's not supposed to. You're supposed
to know what to do already. So academy has been a good influence actually.
Wow. So you're proud of it?
I'm actually proud.
To me, I see that's one of the best schools. Honestly.
I can't complain at all because academy has actually influenced me in a lot of ways, and I attribute it to going to that school, coming this far, you know. And it turned out that the person I work for is from the academy, so mentality actually clicks. The moment we are talking, we already know.
You have to muster vibes, you know.
So you know, there's no Sunday when your boss calls. You know that something is up for you to do. So there's no Monday.
The sound job.
I never signed up from fellowship.
From fellowship, you don't
So academy actually got me to understand that you can be under pressure and still achieve something.
I like that. Under pressure, under pressure, you can still
achieve something. So there's no, I can't work under pressure. It doesn't apply because you have to muster and parade ground, go for watch keeping,
everything,
and still read,
and still pass.
Because if you fail, you have to repeat or drop out or carry on. So you see, you have to learn how to merge all of them together and see how you can achieve.
Okay. OPG, let's go back to the academy one more time because she has really said a lot about mastering and all this discipline stuff. She was a police. I want her to.
How are you able to? Because he held the school. You were in charge of everything that's the security addition. You know. So how were you able to manage that leadership role? How were you able to manage your time too as well? And because I remember you doubled as first vice president. You know, music wise, and sometimes when people go for choirs, you still come like how do you manage all those things? You know.
No, you know, it actually started from craftsmanship.
Okay, craftsmanship.
You know, when you have done craftsmanship in academy, by the time you enter in ND2, you already know how to adjust to everything. Now, by the time I was in ND2, I was already a police, so it was helping me grow gradually. And so by the time I got to the provost marshal position and then double as, I was not thinking like, how will I go? Because of course, if you come late to parade ground, I need to.
You won't take it lightly.
But what if you're a first member? So it was a little
conflict, you know.
So I tried my best to always, when I come to 9th, I tell you what to do when you come to parade ground. So if you don't do it, you're the one that bought the job for yourself. Exactly. So I just had to merge everything. You know, why it got easier when I was the PM was because I had a DPM and I had other provosts. So it was a little easier for me to do. So instead of me doing them, I just give them the orders to do them, and then I have time to do other stuff. And you know, as a PM, your position is directly with management and regiment, not really cadets, except maybe your mates. So that's why they always have those positions in all the cadre, so that you don't have to be the one doing everything. So instead of saying, oh, and the two master, you send their mates
to go and tell them
to muster them. So you can just be in your cabin, just chilling, and you are giving out orders. So, but when management needs you, or when regiment needs you, you know that you cannot send any two. So you cannot send any one. Of course, you have to muster it for yourself.
That's quite
the way you balance everything.
Balancing was over this one.
You know, education was the key, not the appointment.
So
you have to also find time to read so that you can pass, because police can fail. And if police fail, it's very embarrassing.
Yes, I was coming to that. Because back then, when we were writing the exam on BG, they always want to bring the police. They say, where your bets? Stay in front.
Stay in front. So you know they punish you for where your bets.
Don't hide it.
I remember one time.
They used to hide it. Why do they hide it?
That reminds me, Mr. Doing at one time. We walked one cadet out. He said, go, come put on your bet. So let's see, as a police will be copying, you know.
Exactly. It's a white belt and a white line. You know, when you're always in the carrying regiments, every parade on your head, and then if lecture, the problem lecturers had was lecture is going on, and then you just sir, they're calling me at the regiment. Like, is that what is important to you? You know, so lecturers always felt like regiment is more than education. So, but if you are the type that always carries regiment on your head, when it comes to their own field, exam time, they'll keep you in front. So, like the same way you were carrying regiment on your head, carry the education on your head. So, right here on your own, in front of everybody, and prove why. And you know, the idea about white belt is you need to be good academically.
But they give you all appointment holders.
Your brain must be sound and white like your belt.
Yeah, exactly.
So that if you are too busy with the regiment, at least you are intelligent enough to be able to
balance things.
So that was the idea about giving appointments, so that way you can balance it out. You know, you cannot give someone that is struggling appointment and then you expect the person to do well. So that was the major criteria actually. And police especially, you have to be like the best in your class. Both male and female, because you are always going to either go to the cell or go to regiment. You know, previously police used to follow navy to town to raid. So you know, all those times that you take out from your
own academic activity,
they expect that your brain is sharp enough to grab the small time you have. So that was the criteria then for being a police. So I think that helped. So your mentality as a police is already built on the fact that you need to be intelligent. So you are always going to read at every time you have.
Some persons bought the belt. You know, at some point, you know, because when we were crabs, we discovered that, you know, those guys there, you know, they were intelligent. And you see some persons in school, if they don't give them that belt, they can die. You know, so I was like, what is, you know, some persons and some persons were not. That belt is just used to oppress some persons. So how do we settle that, you know, that discrepancy? You know, that is happening, like, you know. So
I just want to
because that appointment holders, the stuff is for you to serve. You know, you are there to serve. You know, service. So, but some persons, I remember people who have to pay, go and meet one guy in the cabin, you know, buy Indomie, buy everything, like all your school fees, you go give them waiting that one now, just because you want that belt. And even some of them were not that, you know, but just wanted to oppress, you know. So why is it that way? Why is it, you know?
If you notice very well, those people that actually paid for the belt, they were struggling somehow. If you check,
that's true. Okay, so if you're sound and your maybe GP is up to what they're expecting, you don't have to lobby. But some persons at some point they don't have it. Even after going to the documentation training and
if you lobby for the belt, you are going to struggle at some point. Academically. And you're even going to struggle on the job. Why? Because as a police, if you buy something, or you get something illegally, you don't know the worth of it. Now, you know, in academy we used to say some people job people because they did not serve job. If you serve job, you will know the kind of job to serve somebody.
That's true.
You know, there are some jobs that you can serve someone, you're just wasting time. You can tell somebody to just stamp. The person will feel it.
We can't see zero. Psychological dream.
Or just on the spot.
Yes.
You know, all those things. So if you actually bought it, you will not know what to tell a junior cadet, like your crab is doing something wrong. But because you don't know the reason why you are a police, you just feel it's for you to malinga. You will not know what to tell that crab. As an appointment holder, you are supposed to be able to guide your juniors. Right, even when you are enforcing the law. You're supposed to tell them, you don't do it this way, you do it this way. Even after serving them job, you need to make them understand why they serve the job.
So there will be no grudges or something.
But if you bought the belt, like we used to say then, you are just there to malinga.
Some people use malinga.
You will notice that they will not muster. So they will use that as Oga, I be police.
You leave them.
Of course, you cannot job appointment holder. You cannot job appointment holder.
Giving somebody money and the person will not do anything.
And the person he gave money is always going to be on his side. So if you look at the trend of it, it's going to look like from top to the bottom. Like whoever is the person that was paid money to will always find a way to protect that person. Because of course at the end of the day, the person might say, but guy, I paid you now. So because he doesn't want that guy paid you to come out, he's always going to protect his interest.
I think at some point that's affected, it has stained the department.
That's when you hear the officer saying, "Oh, now my boy, now me sender." You know, all those things will now make the junior cadet feel like he's entitled to things. So like that, it keeps growing and getting worse. That's just it.
Wow.
Okay, sorry to ask this, Obiji. How do you feel when you're taking people to sell?
And you know, the right question should be, how do you feel when you're taking your friends to sell?
Your friends.
And your friends.
Like if guy, you know, saying that's so this thing. At some point you have to sympathize with the person. You're not going to
You look at the person you bring can win.
He said, "Oh, you don't see me. You don't say, now master say make I go long."
But you know, you obey the other. Master can just call, go and carry this person to sell, and you just go. You start with sympathizing with the person. But what did you do now? What did you do now? But let us go to sell. I will talk to master for you.
Master, you need 2 weeks.
Of course, but you have to serve your time. So we'll bring out, even if it's rebounds, they will bring rebounds and join. But that sell, you just have to go at that point. So there's no way they can malinger you for that one, because when once there's a charge against you, and the master gives the order, if the moment the order comes out, because what cadets don't know is they actually write those things down. So the moment there is a charge and then you are asked to go to sell, you have to just go, even if it's for a night. You just go there first, because they cannot cancel it out. So at least go, let it be on record that you went to sell, and then you can always sort it out after that.
So I want to take you to the maritime industry, where you're currently in. You understand that it's a fierce, industry right about now as we speak. Because like you said, people are trying to come into, they don't want to leave our HND. It seems that the companies that take HND, they are like more richer than those that go for BSc. So how do you face that?
Oh well, what I'm beginning to appreciate now in the maritime industry is they are more interested in experience now than certificates. Now, because they realize that people have certificates, but they are not productive. So most of the private firms now are beginning to understand that they need more of the experience than more of the papers. And because of the way Maritime Academy is, you need to go for seaways, you need to go for IT. So they expect that you already have those experience before you graduate. So, but if you are the type that you are pampered, you didn't do seaways, you didn't do IT, by the time you graduate, it might be a little difficult for you. So they are now interested in what you can bring to the table than just coming to earn salary, because of course the money is not even there. So anybody that is making money you need to give them a reason to pay you.
You need to have a value for what you are.
You need to bring something to the table. You need to add value. Let it not be that Monday to Friday you're just sitting there in the office, and then at the end of the month you expect to be paid. So it has helped the HND holders from Maritime Academy to be able to blend in. Apart from maybe government parastatal that still valued BSc.
But it's not supposed to be so. Government for that matter.
But if you check it, HND holders, there's some ND holders that are smarter than BSc holders.
Of course.
Because of the experience you had along the way. So let's leave it to the government. It's government, they can do what they want to do. But the private sector have made it easy for people with HND and BSc to blend in. It is what you bring to the table.
What you bring to the experience.
Not the certificate.
Not the certificate.
Yes.
Because if they are going to work by that, then most companies will fold up, because there are a lot of BSc holders that don't know jack.
And they're coming to the maritime and say, why are they coming?
Now everybody's coming to the oil money. People still keep thinking oil money is in existence. There's really no oil money anywhere right now in Nigeria. Yes, the money is in other sectors, but the oil money is there though. But it's just that it's not money that you just share. You need to work to get the oil money. Now you cannot ask people in the production sector of maritime, like people in gas, the LNG, or all of them, and tell them Are they dashing money? They are not dashing those guys money. They are working for it.
Yeah.
Those of them that work on their vessels, they know what their eye sees in the open sea. Okay, fine. Ask seafarers. They know what their eyes see when they are on board. Does it look like they are eating oil money? Those guys are working for their money.
Yeah, that's right.
People that are coming from outside into the industry, they are actually the ones that are making the industry a little difficult for the rest of us.
Wow.
Because they just want to come and take the money.
Take the money.
Now, those of us that went to school to come and work and make the money, we are not even having access to it.
Say we not pursue all of them. We just.
If you check the number of cadets that are still looking for jobs are still very many. Why? Because it's beginning to look like the maritime industry is more of connection, and not about, oh, you went to maritime academy. No, if it was about sector, like let doctors work in the hospital, let people that went to maritime school work in the maritime sector, I bet you maritime sector will not be the way it is right now. Because
that's true.
Because if you bring your experience, I bring my experience, the person in marine engineering brings his experience, the person from nautical science brings his experience. If all of us sit at the round table and make decisions that concern maritime industry, I know you already know that the maritime industry will not be where it is right now.
Yeah, that's true.
All of us from maritime cannot sit down and not think about getting a vessel for Nigeria. No, we can't. We cannot say, oh, Nigeria does not have a vessel, and then we'll be waiting for foreign vessels to come in and take cabotage every time. No, we will find a way to have vessels owned by Nigeria and then put Nigerian cadets and officers on board those ships.
It's possible.
It's possible.
But people outside the industry are the one thinking for us.
So how do we how do we settle? How do we balance this? How do we? Is it? I know it's gonna be a very long procedure because you're trying to, I don't know. You're trying to slice something. You're trying to demarcate. It's gonna be a very, tough one. But I think that's the only way we can, help ourselves. Because this is just like I want to know why is it only maritime. At least I'm sure you don't try that.
Medicine, you don't try that.
You don't go there.
You don't go there.
Yes.
Aviation will not take
you
you must
don't
go.
Law, you don't need.
Law, you don't need it. But why is it maritime? Somebody that will go to Oron will go and do mandatories and don't climb. And we will go serve job. That's it. Go serve job.
After serving the whole job of BG.
Come on, no level.
I'll be looking for it. It can be solved. Like that is one of the purpose of Amano actually.
Okay.
Like to see how we can bring everything back to the way it's supposed to be. Speak to the House of Rep. It's a gradual process. So if we get to that point where we say, okay, it is except you went to a maritime school, you cannot work in a maritime industry. We are not going to be able to achieve it because somebody will just go do any course that so you get people that have just first school living certificates. They don't go and do mandatory. Because maritime industry is a little flexible. All you need to do is to do courses and then you get going. So that is why everybody just feels it's easy.
It's easy to fit in there.
But you know that there's a difference between you that went to a maritime school and did mandatory with someone that brought primary 6 and did mandatory.
That's true.
Because you can't compare 5 years training or 2 years training to 1 week.
If you ask them what is watch keeping, they don't know. Mustering points, they don't know. You understand?
The only advantage they have is that in maritime you learn on the job.
Yeah, that's just it. But I think that's why they are even doing that stuff because they know it's not like medicine or something. You can't learn on the job. You know
because you need to know it before you go there. But in maritime, you learn on the job. And because it's like marine engineering, nautical science, you do 1 year, you come back, do a course, go back another 2 years, come back, do a course, and you
so
keep.
It's flexible. There's always time for you to go and read and come back and continue.
But for law, imagine lawyers. You need to read all those books and actually pass before you can be a lawyer.
You can't malinga to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Moments with RUC and OBG.
So we won't take you back to school,
Yes.
School when you were there and the school after, are you feeling kind of like why you say now?
Why you say now? Why no dey?
That's the info that is paining me.
Actually,
That's the pool that is facing me now. Imagine after serving job and you just go to the pool. Your problem.
You don't go sleep there.
At that point, you can actually afford to forgive the officer.
Yeah, but then there was nothing to.
Then you will serve job before you move from parade ground to your hostel. The sun is hitting you. You will not get to refectory. Food has finished.
I can cry in areas. But now,
so what? How are you saying? It's so glaring now. What the management is doing right now under the administration of Commodore Duja Ifedua, retired. Things is doing now, and then what we have then.
Well, I think he's actually doing a good job.
Okay.
Because now you want to go to school because school has something to offer you. You know, cadets getting laptop, so
textbooks, and you take them home. The textbook, when you finish, you take them home.
So it has relieved pressure on parents always thinking of how to buy books. Your child wants to do a project, you have to go to business center, and the irony of it is you have little or no business centers again. So imagine how you do your project.
Yeah, it's true.
So now you give them laptop, you're giving them enabling environment.
Yeah, easier.
So say, okay, fine, you have your assignment, you have your term paper, do it yourself. If you notice, then it will be easy for cadets to go and pay somebody to do assignment and term paper, because you don't even have time to collect pass to go out.
Yes,
you're very right.
That's true.
You cannot go out to do your job after. So you are always thinking of who you will pay to do it for you. So the few people that have laptops will now be having friends that say, please, when you're not using your laptop, let me do it. So it was a little cumbersome for cadets to be able to do it.
Then if you have a laptop, then you go do.
Now if you don't even have printer on top.
Well, everybody get laptop.
So now what you do is you have your laptop, you can do your assignments, you can even submit it online
and submit online to
your lecturer without having to think of printing and all that. Now you are giving them textbooks, so it has leveled down the thing about you're sorting.
You're
collecting handouts.
Handouts that you will not read.
Handout that they don't even give you to read. They are giving you because they want to collect the money. They are being given handout because they are collecting the money.
And funny enough, that's why we don't preserve those stuff. Honestly,
their papers.
Their papers. How can I?
Can you build your library on photocopy?
On photocopy paper. Let's say no serious in your life. And funny enough, so when you go to maritime, like okay, you finish from manual and like okay, you're expected to see your textbooks and you're seeing 10 papers. I mean, the one was the one I had in school, one that had cover, and I was doing my project.
Yes.
Do you know so the painful part is personally now.
Okay.
Because I did not have a laptop of my own at some point, I lost my project. I lost the first copy. Like I lost it. The business center, their system crashed. And I had to start all over again. Now that's starting all over again. I now had a laptop of my own, so I had a copy.
Soft copy.
Do you know that I went back to school to look for my hard copy that I submitted? I didn't see it. Now imagine I did not have my soft copy.
What would you have done?
If you ask an ex-cadets now, what was your project topic? Very few will remember.
Very few.
Because they did not do it themselves. You have to pay business center to do photocopy for you, do the cover for you.
So you're not involved fully in it.
But imagine you are typing your project yourself. You will know all the
exactly. I think that's the trick there.
That is the rector is actually building structure. Also solving
problems
and building that self-confidence. Some persons even when they don't have that self-confidence to stay. Because you had other options. But when you don't have any other options, that's
you will do it.
You will know.
You will do it yourself.
Yeah, it's true.
And the moment you put in effort to do something for yourself, it stays in your memory.
Yes.
Like right now, I can still remember my ND project of it. Wow. Because I did it myself.
That's why she said police are very intelligent. You need to be intelligent before you join the police. For me, I can't remember my own. She can't remember her own.
That's not even possible.
I can't remember my parents by myself.
I lost my project supervisor along the line. That's Mr. Kelechi.
Okay.
So it actually helps. That laptop he gave them is enabling environment.
Yeah.
You can save everything. Sometimes ideas come to you. But some people don't fancy having diaries.
Yeah.
It's if you but if you have your laptop with you, ideas come to you. You can write, just type, even if it's a rough draft, and then go back to bed. When it comes back, you can re-edit and do it the way you want to.
Even now, when the world is even going digital, you understand, that's a very giant strike.
It's a good thing that he's doing. He has given the cadets hostel is comfortable, classroom is comfortable.
We are talking about hostel. Can we? I almost wanted to go back.
And they bounce.
Honestly, the academics did not really do me anything, but can we the special delicacies?
That's your thing.
That's my thing.
I think they've given them, and now they are living. They're living with so much comfort, So you can read, and most of them. That's why they come out with flying colors, like almost low class, maybe distinction. There's everything is there, like, and and they do more practicals. You go to the you draw your map, like you're not. Like everything is just like as if they're carrying your head to put inside maritime. So and
with that you're going to learn.
At least that learning. I think that learning you must know it's hard.
Because everything is there for you, except you decide on your own. You don't want to learn
from the village. Maybe
but if you have the desire to learn and everything is given to you and is broken down to the barest minimum, it's not like the lecturer will be telling you something in abstract. You're just imagining. They'll tell you, in the port of
Amsterdam.
You have not even seen a papa pot in the port of Amsterdam. It's not going to help you to achieve anything. Everything is not going to be by the book.
By the book.
So it's going to be whatever this lecturer tells you, just write it.
Yes, and it's not good. It's not good for that kind of institution. This is a practical institution. This is a practical.
Not VLCC, ultra large, this one carrier and all that. You not see, but now by just simple click on their laptop to send them.
They go on excursions.
Last week they went on excursions.
Imagine.
Maritime transport cadets.
Not even marine.
You can see, so they're trying to consolidate all departments into knowing what's obtainable. So they go there and that's what I'm talking about.
It's actually a good step because some people till now, some graduate of Mandarin as of then till now, they don't even know what a vessel looks like.
You want to talk to us? Talk to us. When they go through corners.
No, I happened to visit a friend on board. Not that I went to work. Yes, a visit.
But at least you saw.
I saw.
I saw the best. I just thinking, I saw some person. All right, later I go be.
It's not like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, sure, I understand.
It's just that it's not helping.
Yeah.
At least if you tell someone, I'm in the maritime sector, and they ask you what the smallest tonnage vessel is, you should at least be able to know it.
Yeah.
So if you don't give them, like what he's doing for them now, they are going on an excursion. They are seeing those things.
Seeing is believing, and that's it. They learn faster that way. People learn faster.
But even if they don't end up working on board, the idea stays there.
Yeah.
That brings us to people will say, if they do well, they do this one, make it give them work. It's not his responsibility.
Yeah, I think people are having that misconception. The school was founded on the basis of training, not now. So outside country, it's not the school that gives. There's another institution that handles that. So for what the man is doing,
government is supposed to provide jobs.
So it's only to train.
Graduating.
So it's only to train them.
So it's not even particular to maritime anymore.
Yes, the country is bad.
Yes.
Medical students, they find housemanship, they never see. How much more?
That's where you get people that did physics working in banks.
Yes.
Because there are no jobs out there for them.
So are we going to say that their school? Are we going to say that school did not train them?
Are we saying that the school did not give them the rightful job? So that's why I want to tell our viewers and our cadets out there, and also those who are also saying that the rector is supposed to do more than what he's doing.
The country don't spoil.
Give cadet jobs on board and all that. It is not his responsibility. His own is to train the cadet, and so many structures have been.
And that's why he's even trying to streamline people who are coming, so that you can easily fight for 5 persons or 7 persons. Please, Dan, when we're 200, how many vessels? We get one.
Let's not go back to the 200.
Wow, thank you very much.
Thank you
for
for having me.
Our special guest officer, Oladipo, Rebecca. And,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes,
Before we go, we are running out of time. So we want to sing one morale song.
Yes, as a police.
As a police that you loved while you were in school.
Yes.
I think I love Hannah.
Let's sing it.
That's very good. Anna is
At some point I will mute. Not my face. I'm sorry. Let's sing it.
In this uniform, you actually don't have a face.
Oh, that's true. That's the guy order. Okay, let's sing it.
Alright, okay. Hannah.
Ayakata. Okay.
Hannah.
Ayakata.
Hannah went to the market
Ayakata.
to buy some potatoes.
Ayakata. Alright, as she went down
To
to
select her.
Ayakata. Okay. Master Ayakata. I wonder how we sing those rough songs.
They really boost our morale to continue with the job.
Imagine you're going for PT.
Imagine. You need those morale.
You need those morale to take you for PT.
Okay, Anna, where's the Anna? No, the way I run that's where Anna.
Imagine singing Anna with the steps.
Anna.
With your jogging
I think there's
steps.
something with the Anna, like maybe, because we're singing it like we're happy. Bololo, we're in a bus stop.
And you know, the fact that you're singing it outside the academic gate is like you're free.
Yeah, and they're going to see Anna. Wow. Thank you very much.
Thank you
so much.
I really enjoyed myself.
Thank you.
And there's this our normal ritual that we always do
The
here.
gift from the rector.
Gift from the
Oh wow.
It's our show, like,
Yes.
you guys need
Wow.
This is for you, Officer Oladipo.
Thank you.
For coming, for honoring our invitation. We want to say thank you and God bless you.
Thank you
This is
so much.
actually from the rector. He always say when you see your cadet, give them this, because last time we paid him a visit, he gave us a handful of this stuff and say give it to your cadet. When you see them, just give them. So he also have us. Have those who are in school at heart and those who have already left the school at heart.
Yes.
This is a very generous man, very nice man. So that's for you.
Wow. Thanks, director. You tell the director that he knows my name.
Yes. He knows everybody.
So,
I appreciate it.
this time out, we want to say thank you, viewers, for watching today's sticking around, watching Moment with the RUC with OBD. Same time next week. We'll always keep you updated with all the information you need to know any maritime sector. And from me, the RUC, the Rebound Unit Commander, is Peace and OBG.
Yeah, for the sake of training and
national,
you have to go now. Thank you guys. All right.
Thank you.
Moments with RUC and OBG.
Follow us on all our social media platforms. Smoke Room TV, for cadets, by cadets.